继续 Evans Remains，剧情上应该差不多后半了吧？关键是看他这个故事能以什么方式来结束。是应该是 Zone 7还是 Zone 6来着？打到这儿了，你还不是非常清楚他想讲什么东西？对，这个 Zone 7，它后面还有什么 Play as a new character？从这儿开始可能是故事剧情比较多了。这期如果搞不定，我可以再来一期。但再下一期应该决定能搞定。Evan，I don't know why you brought us here, and I still don't know what you are planning。那个是 Evan，but Vincent vow，I won't let Clover be part of it。还有解谜的东西吗？啊，还是有的。我去，怎么变复杂了？粉色的什么意思啊？这题目怎么一下就变难了？哦，是这个意思。哦，蓝色互质，原来如此，原来如此。那粉色呢？啊，这个换这个的。诶，哇吼吼！这样就过了。我操，这看起来很复杂，这样就没了，真的是这个剧。How's the translation coming along? Hello, I'm getting very, very close. So isn't that a good thing? I don't like where this is going. 乍一看非常难，突然就过了。哦，哦，这边还有一个。哦，又来了。嗯，这其实可以继续走。就堵塞了。不对的，这样上不去的。这种谜题上限跟下限差距很大，就莫名其妙摸对的话就很快，摸的不对呢就很烦。 这样暂时对不上了。这可以了。妈，头雷艾子试就能试出来。啊，这个可能跳不过去。可以了。就如果你花一定时间去思考呢，你一定会花时间，而且也不会快到哪里去。如果你不想思考无脑来呢，有时候很快，有时候很慢，大概这么的设计。就它意外的是你无脑玩也能玩出来的这个设计。这种关是罕见的，是靠思考做出来的，每一步我都已经想到了。那是因为东西不是很多。Hey, I just want you to know whatever the artifact turns out to be, I will be here, okay? You can count on me. Thanks, Vanu. 这肯定不是现实世界。就一张解谜比较多，一张剧情比较多。这一张就是解谜的。东西太多太乱就没法玩了。哈，我都不知道怎么过的，说实话，不知不觉就过了。There, that was the last one. I've got the full message. What does it say? 没了是吧？后面全部剧情了。You know, when I was a little boy, there was this neighbor kid I played with almost every day. We were almost the same age. He was 1 year older than me. Lucas. That was his name. 就新的人了。We'd always play in the park in my hometown. First thing every morning, Mom would make breakfast. I'd eat it as fast as I could, and head to the park. He was always there waiting for me. It didn't matter how early I got up, Lucas was always first. I remember one time I asked him if he slept there. He always carried this toy plant. I loved that plant. Even though he was a good friend, the bastard never let me touch it, and that pissed me off a little. One day I woke up, and after having breakfast as usual, went to the park. He wasn't there yet. I was happy. I'd finally managed to beat him into the park. I sat down to wait for him, but hours passed, and Lucas never showed up. When I got back home, I learned that they had moved. That night, my father heard me crying in my room and came in really worried. I told him what had happened. I was really sad, but I was a kid, so eventually I started to get over it. One day, my father brought me a box that had come for me in the mail. I was really confused. It was from Lucas. He sent me a letter apologizing for not being able to say goodbye. He told me he'd miss me and wouldn't forget about me. Also in the box was a gift. It was his toy plane. One day I was playing at my dad's office. I stumbled upon the box for the plane. I realized he'd made the whole thing up. Obviously, I never said a word. Although I never found out how he knew that I liked that plane so much, I never told him that detail, and wasn't ever able to ask him why not. He died from a strange disease a few years later. He always said, if you want to be happy, make your loved ones happy. Hey, I was too young to understand. Not long after Dad died, Mom left us. She couldn't get fear of the disease out of her mind, even though it wasn't contagious. Unfortunately, though, it was hereditary. And as it turns out, Dices and I both inherited with the disease. What? You too, Clover. I may have a few weeks left. Then again, I may have a few days before the disease takes its course. Even worse, the disease progresses much more aggressively in women. 什么乱七八糟？Dices, my little sister, sooner or later the disease will kill her. This legend, this artifact, was my only hope. What does it say, Clover? See for yourself. 哎，这居然能往回走啊！不能走，拦住了。See for yourself. Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man is forever, endless to eternity. 啊，连在一起了。Eternal is my son, and eternal will become he who not abandons our sacred place, because only on this land the same man is forever, endless to eternity. I think I get it. It's the island. The whole island is the artifact, and from what I can tell, the artifact's power is limited to those standing on it. That is why we remain here. We will be immortal. What a stupid thing. What's the use of the artifact if I can't take it with me? We can just bring Dices here. Of course we will. What other choice do I have? But she will have to live here forever. What kind of life would that be? A prisoner of a deserted island for all eternity. We can find another way. Vaniel, would you excuse me for a bit? I need some time to be alone. 啊，他解完了是吧？这样他看懂了。Clover. 我现在脑袋上3个问号。Translating, discover what the message says. 啊，这样一个 zone 结束了。Clover, why didn't you say anything? If only such an intoxicating fragrance, don't you think? Huh? The flowers. You. Am I interrupting something? No, no. Don't you think they are beautiful? I guess. Who would guess that the nectar is one of the world's most toxic prisons? A drop or two kills an adult in a matter of hours. A funny thing, nature. So gorgeous and so deadly at the same time. From the bottom of my heart, I believe it was made to end us. The divine punishment for destroying our home. Why are you here? It's such a shame, isn't it? Clover's situation. What if I told you there's actually something we can do? That voice again, it was you. Upbringing isn't behind this, is it? You were the one who contacted me. Wasn't it fun though, playing detective? See, Dices, I've always felt an inexplicable obsession with my mysteries. Detective stories, questions without answers. There is something so seductive in them. In real life, however, they are always so dull. They're never like in video games or a good book. That's why I wanted to really take this to the next level, make it more interesting. You follow me? I took the liberty of designing all of this such that you could figure it out yourself. That every discovery would be uncovered by you, and only by you. Evan, on the other hand, he wanted to make everything so obvious. He wanted you to know everything from the start. Let's just say that's not how I do things. Where's the fun in that? Where's the emotion? He wouldn't understand. Emotions can't be faked. They have to be authentic. They must be lived. I even managed to get someone with the same, you know what? It doesn't matter. What are you talking about? What is going on here? What is it all about? Oh, come on, Dices. You still don't have a clue. After all the work I've done, you are just going to give up. I thought you were better than that. No one appreciates a good mystery animal. What is wrong with this maniac? Alright, I will admit it. Maybe I didn't give you all the pieces. But I know you won't need them. You are something special, Dices. Well, I think the last one will be enough. I've been aware of your observations. Remember your suspicions about the monoliths. Eureka, you're right. The question is why? Our friend Evan adored Clover, and he wanted to leave him with a little present as a final goodbye, one that involved an island capable of doing what the new message said. You follow me? 这里开始强行跟你讲剧情了。No. No, no, no. So are you still wondering why you're here? 什么乱七八糟？我还是没看懂。Is this the right thing? I'm not sure what right even is anymore. Clover, I've been thinking. I've got to tell you something. I'm listening. My name is not Vanu. It's Dices. Dices Amor. Now's not the time for jokes, Vanu. Vanu. Just shut up and listen. Sorry, I'm all ears. Ever since I arrived on the island, I can't with this. It's too much for me. Clover, I don't get it. I really don't get it. 什么乱七八糟？ Hey, relax, okay? Everything will be okay. I'm here with you. Tell me what's going on. Why do the worst things always happen to the best people? Why? It's always the same. It's so unfair. Well, I like to think the universe has a plan for all of us. Besides, if I hadn't been sick, I would have never known you, right? You idiot, why didn't you tell me? I didn't want my disease to mock me. I didn't want to be treated differently. I wouldn't have treated you differently. Vanu, you are doing it right now. It's just that. It's okay, Vanu. Breathe in. What is it that you wanted to tell me? Ever since I arrived on the island, I couldn't get the coincidence out of my head, but I think I understand everything now. It's not that the island is making us immortal. 总算来解释了是吧？不是吧？哦，还有几个是吧？还有 play as a new character. Goodbye, Dices. 还有 goodbye, Dices. Rather, the island is frozen in time. 什么乱七八糟？Do you understand? Time is not passing here. What's the difference? You arrived here before me. Time stopped for you the moment you set foot on this island. But it didn't stop for everyone else. You left home and came here to save your sister when she was just a baby. But time went on normally for me, until I grew up and came here. And that's why we are meeting each other now. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm Dices, Clover. You're Dices. What? What are you saying? When I took this job, they gave me a false name. They told me not to not reveal the real name until now, and I think it's because they didn't want you to know from the beginning because of how absurd this all sounds. But now that you've figured out what the artifact is, it makes a lot more sense, doesn't it? 看来这故事你不能想太复杂。很明显的，作者不是一个逻辑性很强的人。 他写什么你认什么就行了，不要想太多，想的越多越倒霉。Your name is Isis Amor. It is. How did you recover? It looks like I was never sick in the first place, Clover. It was just you. When 你这编不下去了。When Evan gave you the notebook and sent you here, he stayed and looked after me, didn't he? He was going to look after Dices. He was going to look after Dices while I was here, but that was just a little while. Pretty much a day ago. No, Clover, it was years ago. Time went by and you never came back. While on the island, we don't feel the passage of the time. It doesn't affect us. That's why our watches stop while we're here. Evan must thought you had died, that you'd never come back. He had no other choice but to look after me. Obviously, he thought that it wouldn't last long. He thought that sooner or later my time would also come. 这槽点太多了吧 But seeing how things turned out, it seems that time never came. I imagine that when he realized I wasn't sick, he decided to search a place for me. A family. 那你没有 sick 那你为什么当时被人觉得是 sick 的？为什么 Evan 当时觉得 sick？ 为什么你哥觉得你 sick？ And he did a good job of it. Until today, I never knew I had a brother. Actually, I never knew where I really came from. After a long time, I'm guessing that he found out how the island works. He assumed you'd still be here, that from your perspective, you had just arrived. After that, he contacted me, pretending to be Upring. He sent me here with the excuse of finding Evan. 那个 Nicola 是谁 So that I would meet you. The only restriction they gave me was to hide my real name no matter what. I believe it's because they didn't want you to realize it was me from the beginning. First, you needed to figure out how this island works. Just think about it. It all makes sense that way. Neither of us would have believed any of this if we were told about it from the start. 那刚刚那个看起来很诡异的男人是谁 That's why he didn't tell me either. He wanted us to discover it by ourselves. 所以那个谁就纯粹是一个很喜欢侦探系列的人是吧？他就是不告诉你。We had to wait for this moment. Are you sure about what you are saying? Can I trust you? Just look at me, Clover. It's me. I can't believe it. Dices. Is it really you? You've been right in front of me all this time. Yes, Clover, it's me. You've grown so much. Dices, can I give you a hug? Of course you can give, you idiot. What? Dices, I was so scared. So afraid of losing you. Ever since we lost Mom and Dad, I only had you. 但这个 lost Mom 不是自己走了吗 And I didn't want to lose what I loved the most. Hey, but it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Now that I know you're fine. 这要是一般情况，你就在期待说有什么反转，没准这故事根本就没有任何反转，到这儿差不多就结束了。Because that's what I've always wanted. I can't believe how much you've grown. Are you staying healthy? Tell me about your friends, Dices. Do they take good care of you? Has it really been years? I've got so many questions, dear sister. What happened to Evan, and why did he use a different name with me? It was just a fake name he used to hide from the world. It was all part of his plan. He wanted to surprise us. He did it for us. Well, he managed. That bastard. I suppose he wasn't that selfish after all. Hey, why are you crying? Aren't you happy to see me again after all these years? I'm happy, that's all. Me too, I don't ever want this moment to end. I'm so happy I could die right now. From now on, everything will be better. I guess I'll have to stay here if I don't want my time to come. You'd better visit. And above all that... Clover, what's the matter? I'm just feeling a little dizzy, don't worry. 这要没有反转的话，我觉得我都不能给他及格。主界面还搞了几个日文。What's wrong, Clover? 怎么没有一点 Hey, wake up. What's happening? Get up. Someone help. 没有一点黑暗的桥段。 Clover, say something to me, please。这故事设计的太纯太正了，我一直以为它有什么 virus 啊，这个就是 play as a new character 啊，然后就开始把这故事说清楚了。这居然会有玩家评价这个啊，还有 play as a new character, discover the truth， 也就是暂时还没有 discover the truth， 是吧？那可以稍微再来一段，我觉得再来一期吧，这期不要把它搞完。哇，这倒有点奇怪，因为当时我看商店是有玩家说这个故事设计的还不错，但我怎么没有看出来？我的电波我感觉完全不在一个这个线上，而且已经3个小时了。到这儿反正解谜就已经没有了，这个解谜很强行，解谜跟故事我觉得完全无关。简单看几个最近评测吧。啊，不能说这好评率有刷的嫌疑，因为这种故事的好坏、剧情设计本来就很主观。但我真的不是很感冒。Story was a little confusing， 对啊，这肯定 confusing。Story was a little confusing and bittersweet, but overall had a nice message. Platforming was pretty bomb and actually difficult at times. The game could， 但这个 actually difficult 我同意，但这个设计我不喜欢，因为稍微蒙一蒙，莫名其妙就蒙出来，这种感觉很差的。真正好的谜题就是你乱搞都搞不出来，当你认真去思考，突然灵光一现你就抓出来了。就这会儿你知道是你思考对了，所以你做出来了，而不是说你都没感觉莫名其妙做出来。The game could have been longer if the developers wanted. Would have liked more time getting into the story. Side note: Vincent was totally in love with Clover. Vincent was totally in love with Clover. Piece of shit. 一个还不错的短篇故事。还没完是吧？这剧情可能还没完，真的不错，哪里不错了？我是真的不觉得。谜题创意还可以，谁可能往前走什么？谜题创意还可以，但难度就不太妥，剧情更糟糕了。You are not from here, are you? Wait a second, the hobo. I think you are confusing me with someone else. What brings you here, fella? I'd like to ask you about Clover. Clover, I've never met a boy with such a kind heart. Boy, ever since he knew about my knee, he does the grocery shopping for me. Can you believe it? He sure knows how to make an old man happy. Haha. It's a shame he's going through all that. Do you agree? Don't you agree? Stop talking nonsense, would you? I don't get all the young people slang these days. I'm talking about his disease, and his remaining days. What did you say? Is he ill? Didn't you know? Why does nobody ever tell me anything? Well, doesn't matter. Thanks for your time. 生病我倒是能知道的。Clover, ill. Nobody ever tells me a thing in this town. 怎么一下就变成这样的操作了？ What? Hey, I'm truly sorry, but right now I don't have a... Oh, no, I didn't come for that. I just wanted to ask you about Clover. Clover, he's the personification of humility. If there's anything he loves, it's his little sister. Between you and me, he's a better father than a bunch of folks around here. How long since you knew about his condition? What are you talking about? He's going through a lethal disease in an advanced state, so you weren't aware. Who told you that? He himself. I thought you knew. I had no idea since when. 所以之前的这个每一个 zone 结束或者中间夹杂的那个房间里，这个 Clover 跟 Vincent 对话，他不是 Vincent， 他其实是 Evan 是吧？也不管 Evan、Vincent， 就叫 Vincent 好了。Vincent 跟 Clover 对话其实是在过去发生的。I'm afraid I'm not aware of the details. That's all I know. 我还以为什么梦境的这种事情呢，就我以为那个房子其实是现实，然后那会儿 Dices 就躺在卧室里面，脑子接通一个虚拟世界，然后需要解谜的那个岛上就虚拟世界，我是这么想的。Anyways, thanks for your time. 怎么这么设计？ Hey kid, I wanted to ask if you know a guy named Clover. Clover? Oh yeah, he's my friend. You know, one day we were playing blitzball with my friends and he was just walking by. He realized that they had left me out because I wasn't that good. He approached me and said, "Ignore them. Blitzball is for losers. Do you know how to play Spy Master?" I didn't, so he invited me to his house and taught me. Ever since, I have won every single one of the Spy Master tournaments at school. I'm sure you'd beat me too. By any chance, did you know he was sick? Unfortunately, it's unlikely that he will get better, and he doesn't have many days left. What did you say? I don't believe you. He would have told me. You are lying. It's a lie, it's a lie. You are a liar. Hey, easy. Liar. 跑掉了。Hey kid, wait. I'm sorry for my grandson. 这个有什么地方？ The thing is, this news isn't just shocking for us, it's also really devastating. Clover is like a member of our family. I can't imagine why he wouldn't have told us. I'm sure he didn't want us to worry. He hasn't been the same since his father died. It hurt us all, but he's had it the worst. He must really be going through a nightmare. Is there really nothing we can do? If we had money, it wouldn't make a difference. According to Clover, there's no treatment. So we will just have to wait and be with him until there's always the legend. The legend? Bastian, again with that. What's he talking about? It's an old fairy tale from around here. It's no fairy tale. 这里能啊，这里不行。Bastian, where did you get that? I told you it was real. We found it with Cecil in a strange shrine when we were playing in the woods. Playing in the woods? What is this legend about, and what is that notebook? It's an old tale that says something about a hidden island that holds the secret to eternal life. Though nobody has found it and ever lived to tell about it. And this legendary notebook, so it is said, reveals its location. Hey you, stranger. What, me? Come here. I don't know who you think you are. Clover telling you his secrets doesn't make you special. I'm still his best friend, understand? Bastian! Alright, sorry. In any case, stranger, I'd like to ask you a favor. Could you find the island for me? I don't want for Clover to leave us. And it may be our last hope. I'd do it myself, but Mom won't let me be outside after 8 o'clock. Bastian, leave the poor man alone. Poor man. Leave it to me. Do you really plan on going? It's just a fairy tale. I've got nothing to lose. In that case, I will lend you my boat. I will also make up a bag of supplies for you. Well, hey, that doesn't sound half bad. We'll help in any way we can. Any friend of Clover's is our friend too. Friend, huh? I will leave immediately. 然后就 play as Clover 是吗 ？Goodbye, Dices. Play as a new character. 哦，他怎么来着 ？Oh, great. How am I supposed to go back now? The island. Time to discover if what they say about you is true. 就这样，先到这里。我不知道我的理解现在是对了没有啊？就这会儿应该已经跟他们上一次打牌距离过了很多时间了，很长的时间了。就从那以后，他不说要走了吗？他要走了，但他没有把那个 Dices 带走，就那 Clover 自己来到这岛上，然后这岛上时间是很定的嘛， 所以你要以这个作为假设的话，现在既然那么多年过去了，现在看到了这个 Vincent， 这个小黑哥年龄应该长大了，偷懒了，偷懒了。你把这个例会稍微画一下，是吧？就把这个年龄的差距给它显出来，很多问题就好解决了。不过也许现在时间可能是过去的时间，对，这也不好说。对，这个还真不好说，没准这是你就说10年前的事情，不是现在 Dices 跟 Clover 在岛上遇到的这个时间，应该是 N 年前，就 N 年前当这个对，这也有可能。当 Clover 已经离开 ，Clover 把 Vincent 赶走了之后，把小黑哥赶走了之后，小黑哥过了一段时间又回来拜访了。那会儿他发现那个 Clover 已经不在了，然后一些这个邻居都不知道他身患绝症，然后他决定来这个岛，所以应该是在 Dices 跟 Clover 在岛上碰面之前。这是我目前的猜测。如果连这个都错的话，那说明我对这故事完全没看懂。OK， 看下一期怎么结束了。